Is it working this time? Yes, it is. Do I have audio? I do have audio. All right. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. And we have a new area. And I got a tweet about that. I will tweet that to the chat. This will probably be my last time using YouTube, because really it seems that you have to download a new profile for your thing every time you do it. Don't want to do that. So we'll see. Let me see. Delete. Delete. All right. We should make sure that everything is going well. Can you see? All right. Perfect. Hey, everybody. Big yawn. I didn't get to bed till kind of late last night, and today I've been looking for my overalls so that I can record the new Mario monologue, but I cannot find my overalls. That is a problem. So, but until then, we'll have at least a stream here, at least for a while. Next week's probably going to be back at Twitch because, like I said, it just seems that if I'm going to have to download this new thing and set up my settings every single time for YouTube, nah, I'm not going to do that. So, oh, you finally got your own first import. Yay, Cody. Yay. You just woke up, Dansk. Yep. I just actually got, I did a trade with someone online. And I'm very happy about the trade. You can see but no chat. Chat be here. Yeah, and don't forget, guys, the chat is actually, for those of you who are joining that us live, the chat is actually at Twitch, twitch.tv/JewWario. There we go. We got people's doing stuffs. And let me make sure that it's all over the place. Hold on. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, and we got, you know, hey, we got about an hour. 2 hours if I feel like it. We'll see what happens. Now, just so that Well, actually, you know what? Let's even get Nash on here in a few. Um, but right now, I wanted to ask you guys. I just got a new job. If some of you haven't heard, I'm now going to be working at Xerox in their call center. And if there's anybody who needs a job here in the Colorado Springs area, may I suggest Xerox? Go in and file an application. It's call center work for now, but you can go up in the company and stuff. It's not temporary job. It is a full time. So yeah, it's actually really nice, and I know that some people need work, looking for a job. So just so you know, if you need work and you're in the Colorado Springs area, I don't know if some of the other areas that do Xerox do it, but if they are, please use my name and just say, hey, Justin Carmical suggested that I come here, and put that on your application, and you know. Anyways, but not that they know me or anything, but she was kind of amazed that I do video game reviews. But anyways, I bring this up because my training is actually going to be from 6:30 till 3:30. I think 6:30. Hold on. Let me make sure. I don't want to be wrong, and I don't want to be late. Yes, from 6:30 to 3, actually. It's from 6:30 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday, which means that it will, which means that no Friday review, no Friday live here. So when would you guys like me to do my Friday? Would you like me to do it when I get back home? Or would you like me to do it a different day? Because I've got to do this Tuesday through Saturday. So suggest times that might be a good thing. And the same thing for those of you who are maybe watching this on YouTube. Let me know. Yeah, see if they're in hiring in New Jersey, because I know that there's a lot of places. They're all over the country and over the world. So you look forward to the Friday stream. I look forward to the Friday streams too, and I'm actually thinking of maybe doing it at like 4 o'clock when I get back. Would you guys be okay with 4 o'clock? I know that some of you can't make it because you'll be asleep. That's like midnight for Germany. You like Mondays? And I might even just do a thing where I'm doing a 1 hour on Friday, 1 hour another day. What time is it now? It's 11:26 my time. So then think about when it is your time and add 5 hours to that and see if that would work. Yeah, that's like 1 or 2 in Finland. But hey, I'm not employed. Oh, Cody, you're probably in on the West Coast then. Finland. That is only during my training, and the training will last 3 weeks. And as far as actually getting an actual schedule after that, I have no idea what they would be doing. No idea. So Monday would be the best week. Well, maybe we'll do a Monday. Maybe we'll do a Monday then, and that way I'll do it in the morning, and then Nash can do it in the evening, and you'll have entertainment all day long. Oh, Tanuki. Yeah, that's right. Well, I'll do it right now, especially since I have everybody Oh, and Anthony says that Twitch is being a real pile of poop. I wonder if it's actually because I'm not streaming and it's not liking it. I just reset and everything was better. Let me see. You're using Firefox. I'm actually using what the hell am I using? Safari. So yeah. Well, then let's just do Monday. You know, let's do a Monday type of thing and everything. Have I tried DuckTales Remastered yet? No, Akago, I haven't. I haven't any money. Hence the new job. I will have money by the end of September because my job actually doesn't. My training actually doesn't start until the 27th. So that's the end of August, and then I get paid every 2 weeks. But I don't know if they wait one pay cycle. So it'll be 2 weeks. I won't get paid that second week. I'll be paid the fourth week for these 2 weeks, and then I'll be paid for these 2 weeks at the end of these 2 weeks. You know that. So I don't know if that's how they do it. So my bet is that I'm getting paid at the end of September. So I'm not doing anything. I got $10 to my name in my bank account right now. So I got $10 to my name. So I can't do anything. No games. No games. Except I did a trade. I had some games that I actually traded with Jonathan C. I don't know if he wants me to use his name or anything, but Jonathan and I traded some games, and let me show you the games that I actually got. Bills and moving expenses, I tell you what, yeah. So $3 more than you have, 9 more than you. I tell you, it's a tough one, but hey, as Tanuki actually said, let me send you a couple of links to t-shirts that I sell. Kitty, help me out here. I'm can't seem to find my links for the right off the bat. Where is the I know that Katie will be able to find the links. Why do I need you for this? I need you to help me because you bought the T-shirt. You bought my T-shirt. My You Can Play This, and I don't know where it is, and my computer is not helping. Usually, when I type it, you'll start to auto. Search for text when I start typing, yeah. It should do that, but yeah, it's not doing it. So actually, it's the Zazzle store, yes. Zazzle. Angry Bananas knows. How you doing, brother? It's been a long... I haven't seen you in a while. Let me see. Zazzle. You can... Okay, here we go. Here we go. There's one. This is one of the areas. Oh, well, you already got all that. Never mind. Look at you guys being on the ball. Holy crap. So there you go. There's one. I know there's another one out there, but I don't know where it is. And the nice thing is you can use those images, and you can put those on any t-shirt you want. I just happen to have them on those. So... But whatever happened to the second sod? Johnny, actually, very good question. My friend Max and I actually kind of started doing the review stuff, and before it was You Can Play This Productions, it was Two Poor Sods, because he was kind of the genius behind the editing, and he did behind the scenes stuff, would watch and make sure everything's okay and everything. Well, then he moved away, and it was just kind of like this kind of sad little breakup, because he was really literally my best friend. And but he went to Amsterdam to live, and then he came back to the Springs, and then he went to, I think, the East Coast somewhere. I don't know where he is now, but I hope the best for him, because he's a remarkably smart man. And but yeah, so Two Poor Sods was his idea, and now it's just One Poor Sod. And we just changed it, and I just never changed it over. So that's the whole thing. Oh, and the shark robot, yes, and don't forget the shark robot. So Shark Robot and Tuneki, he's got the other one. And those are the two shirts that I do. Oh, and hey, Shark Robot has a clearance sale, $9.95. Holy smoke! I may have to get a couple of those myself. Yeah, so Shark Robot as well. Let me even bookmark that myself. I should bookmark that. JewWario in Japan. Okay. Yeah, so good stuff. And yeah, in fact, Max and I kind of got into Go at the exact same time. And I'd like to have my Go episode up before next week. So if I'm not chatting with people, that's why. I'm just trying to get the Go episode up, because I want that up very quickly so that I can do other things. I've got other plans. My friend James, or Jason, not James. Brain not working. My friend Jason let me borrow his Vita, and there's 2 games on the Vita that I wanted to talk about. So yes. Wapsefty kneecap. Monster Hunter 4 is here in a week in the States. No. It's not out until September 14th in Japan. So you still got a month. And it's in Japan. And you have to have a Japanese 3DS to play it. Sorry. Wasp's left kneecap. Okay, Wasp's left kneecap. So yeah, so I got stuff here that I want to do. I've got a couple of yeah, I've just got a bunch of games that I want to get to going to. So there's a lot going on. And I want to get the Go out next week. Ooh, and you got for the DS, excellent, Super Robot Wars K, Super Robot Tyson K. The 3DS is region free for DS games, but it's not for 3DS games. So when you have we'll do it a little showing here. So I have an American 3DS and a Japanese 3DS. They're right here. So note, Centauri, you're absolutely wrong. It's actually the systems are region locked. It's not the games. It's the systems. The systems are region locked. You're thinking of the PS3 and the Xbox One and the PS4. Yeah, everything else is these are unfortunately region locked to the system, and they do a system update to relock them. That's why some of the system updates say to fix bugs. It's those bugs that people exploit to play games on their systems. So yeah. No idea why Nintendo suddenly abandoned region-free gaming. I don't know, Johnny. There's actually a lot of information that they've brought out, that they've said, and most of it seems to be that they don't want to deal with the ESRB. Because if they do the ESRB in America, then they've got to do an ESRB in Japan, which is not really true because Sony doesn't have to do that, and now Microsoft doesn't have to do that. And by the way, that just came out today, and I'm going to do a pipeline on it. Microsoft says that the Xbox will not be region locked, but the 360 isn't region locked either, and the games were locked, but only like a handful of games were not, and those were mostly shooting hell games. Anyways, 3DS game. So I've got the American 3DS and a Japanese 3DS, and I've got an American game and a Japanese game. The American Animal Crossing and the Japanese Monster Hunter. So with the American system, if I take the Monster Hunter, do I have a DS game? Yeah, I've got a DS game over here. Okay, let me bring up my quit. Okay, so you can see everything here. There's that. Oops. Quit. You can see the blank spot right up here. Now then, here is show you the American game. I'll put the American game in the top. Yoink! Hey, it's all okay. Yeah, we're so okay. So we'll take that out. And we'll put in the Japanese game. Yoink. And we'll... Oh. Quit again here. Okay, so we'll... So we've got the game in. And we'll click it down. Nothing. Doesn't even show up. So we'll take that game out. Now I have a Japanese DS game. It's a Go game. And actually it's not in the box. I can tell already. No, it is in the box. What am I doing? Okay. So we'll take this Japanese DS game. Slide it in the back here. And click. And click. There we go. And it even shows it there. So it shows that even though it's locked, it's not locked to DS games, only to 3DS games. So that's you can still play Japanese DS games on here, just not the Japanese 3DS games. on your 3DS. So unfortunately, that does mean that Monster Hunter 4, when it releases, will not be playable on an American system. You have to have a Japanese system. So, hate to break that news to you. But yeah, as far as the Xbox 360, that's actually going to be very interesting that they're not going to have put region locking on the system again. But we'll see how they do it with the games, because I'm a little questionable about that. Yeah, there you go. Play Tingle's Rosy Rupees. I know, right? The games master. I actually hope that they take off region locking on their next system. Nintendo does. We'll see. Oh, you just bought a blue. You can play this shirt. Oh, thank you, Katie. I appreciate it. Yeah, Chibi Robo and the new Chibi Robo game on the 3DS. Uh, that looks very interesting. That he can come out of certain objects and stuff. It's very nice. How did you get the Four Sword Adventure game? It was an anniversary thing, yes. And you know what? I might as well go see if anybody on the channel is actually using. They've got 62 viewers. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Oh, there we go. Yay, I have a Pikachu. Okay. Like the common guide is on my. Thank you, Lights Rider. I actually made those. Those are perler beads from one of the Famicom games. I found the sprites and I just bought a bunch of perler beads and made them. Yeah, on my Twitter account. Here, let me link it to you guys who are on the YouTubes. Description chat is here. Now you guys may have to refresh, but there I posted the where the chat is in the description on the new video here. What's going on? Hey, Kukig, how's it going? Let's see. There have been issues with it today. Yeah. He's live on Twitch. I have a feeling in the search begins as our Twitter. Oh my glob. Ah, somebody actually uses that. That's cool, Psychomax. Made it to a live stream. It hasn't ended. Mind-blowing squee. Yay! Hi, El Psycho Mob. Or one Psycho Mob or two Psycho Mob. I don't know what you... Psycho Mob. Max. Psycho Max. There you go. Until you can stream your own stuff, Retro Odin. Sup, Bat Espada. Espada. Bat Espada. ¿Cómo está? Joseph Negren. Adam the Killjoy. Hi. Hi, Adam the Killjoy. How you doing? All right. And those are the people watching me on YouTube's. Back to the mainstream. How's it going, everybody? Oh, not even when you use proxies. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dirk Cork. Oh, that's sad. Well, next week, we'll be doing it from Twitch again because we'll see. I might do an hour on YouTube and then an hour on Twitch, but to tell you the truth, it's just I don't want to keep on having to refresh the stuff all the time. So, ah well. What's your favorite Showa writer? Actually, my favorite writers my favorite things are usually the first things. So I'm very big on Ichigo. Not just because he's Ichigo, well, because he's Ichigo, but he's the one who kind of started it. And the actor is a badass. He was Segata Sanshiro. Dude was in a motorcycle accident, a legit live motorcycle accident, which is why he left the Kamen Rider show. Broke both of his legs, and then when he healed, came back. He's an amazing man. Check out his website. One of these, or not his website, but well, he's got a pretty cool website. But he's an artist. He's an actor. He's just a. You can't even say that he's a jack of all trades, master of none, because he's a jack of all trades and becomes a master of them. He's got like 3 or 4 black belts. Dude's like amazing. the guy who played Ichigo is just amazing. He's an incredible dude. And very polite, very modest. He was in last year's, not this previous year's, but the year before last, the 2011-2012 Batsu game, 24-hour Batsu game, and modest, just absolutely, polite and nice. Everybody was impressed. They expected him to be very cutthroat. He's just really amazing. So I like him the best. Of the Heisei writers, I would probably have to say that W is my favorite. W or O's. I really liked O's. But I think I liked the show of O's more than I liked the the writer of O's. I liked W a lot. Yeah, I think W. Cerebus, go potty. Go potty. You can come. I'll still be here. Oh, you cosplayed as O's. Oh, waspless left kneecap. I would really be interested in seeing your cosplay. I know that Mars Girl's boyfriend, or now fiance, he does a lot of writer cosplay. And then my friend, I've got a friend who also does an O's cosplay that's amazing. Yeah, post it. Post it on up here. Dodger. Oh, Dodger. Mwah, mwah, mwah. There we go. Here's the picture. That's a good cosplay, dude. Wow. That is phenomenal. For those of you on YouTube, I'm actually going to, is it okay if I share this on a YouTube? Because this is really, I want to ask permission first though. Yeah, go right ahead. Okay. So for those of you who are watching and wondering why I'm liking this, here's a oh, it can't contain a link, so I'm going to take out the. It's HTTPS. That's the new one. Wizard was good, Joe. Wizard was okay. I didn't think that I would like Wizard, and I gave it a shot, and I liked it. I didn't like some of the please. It was, whatever, what do you think of Project X Zone? Alex, I'm liking it. I'm started playing it, and I'm really liking it. I'm really liking Project X Zone. And many. I put it back over there. Many thanks to my boss for Bo for giving me a Project X Zone, because I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, for that link, just put HTTPS and go to that, and that's that image. Let me ask Nash if he's up for doing something. Up to join me. Sure. Okay. So we'll get Nash in on this action. Hello there, good sir. We're a little low here. Can you hear me, Nash? Oh, he's getting his headphones on, so you don't get the double thing there.
Too many wires in here. Hello?
Hello!
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great.
Awesome.
How you doing, my brother?
It's been a week.
It's been a week. It's always a week. I don't.
Finally got my damn video done.
Oh, good. What's Can you spoil?
Yeah, Last Unicorn.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. And I wanted to say yes. I did get Martian. Yes, I did get your letter. It's over here, and it's got the 4 in there. I want you to try and figure out when next week we can maybe go out to a game. It can't be Monday or Tuesday, so choose one of the other days, and let's use these tickets and just have a good time. So you get back in touch with me, and thank you. Do you like baseball, Nash? No. That's okay. Not a lot of people do.
Twitch is being a butt.
What?
I can't see the chat. Twitch is being a butt.
Twitch. Yeah, I had to switch to Safari. Do you guys use Chrome or anything? Maybe that'll.
Yeah, I'm using Chrome,
and it's still not. Wow.
Unless, am I gonna have to? Are you gonna work? Okay, maybe is it working? Well, let me sign in. There we go.
There we go.
I can see the chat.
Okay. Want to go? Is a sick, homesick Coloradan in California? Yeah. So, have you read the Last Unicorn?
Read, watched. It's my favorite book.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's very cool. Well, so little hint as to what you thought of the show.
The movie's a mess.
Okay. There we go.
It's pretty, and it's interesting. It's actually kind of relevant to anime because had it not been for The Last Unicorn, there would be no Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind.
Really?
Yep, because that the Last Unicorn was put together by Studio Topcraft in Japan, and the core of Studio Topcraft went on to become Studio Ghibli, and that's what Miyazaki tapped them to do. Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind.
I did not know that. That's very interesting.
Yep.
Huh. You'll learn something new every day, folks.
Yeah, if there had been no movie of the Last Unicorn, there would be no Studio Ghibli. There'd be none of that.
Wow. Well then, so Rankin Bass really was an innovator in that sort of animation. Then.
Yeah, you can thank Rankin Bass for anime. Thank them. Well, obviously they didn't do the old stuff, but for studio, you can thank them for Ghibli. Anything Ghibli, you can thank.
Well, yeah, and I really did like the animation from Rankin Bass.
Well, yeah, it was very unconventional. It was very different, and it looked. It had its own look and feel to it. It didn't look like anything else.
I think that's actually a reason why Thundercats was actually popular, was because I know that we liked it because not only because it had a good story, but because it just, well, for that time, but because it was just cool to look at.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, okay, that, and then they kind of overplayed their hand, because then came Silverhawks, then came Tiger Sharks. Shit just got weird.
Rankin Bass did both of those?
Yep.
Oh, see, I never watched those because I didn't like the ideas of those.
Silverhawks is Thundercats. It's just instead of being cats, they're cyborg birds.
Okay.
And instead of being on a planet, they're in space. It's the same damn show. And the bad guy is this one character, he's weak in this one form, but he gets this power and he turns into a big form, and it's the same damn show.
Was there a Snarf in there?
Yes, the Copper Kid.
Oof.
From the planet, I swear to God, from the planet of the Mimes.
Of the Mimes.
Of the Mimes.
Mimes.
Yes. All he did was he could only whistle, which he's already not a mime.
Mimes don't make noises. Planet of the Mimes.
That and they were walking around in space, no air. They didn't care. They're breathing, they're talking, they're flying. It's in space, but who the fuck cares?
Maybe they had a telepathic link to each other.
Nope.
And their voices don't carry in the vacuum of space.
There's one character who is a bad guy, and she plays a keytar, and she kind of looks like one of the misfits from Gem and the Holograms. And she shoots with the keytar, shoots people, and that's what she doesn't have any spacesuit or helmet or anything, and she's just standing out in space with the fucking keytar, playing the thing. No, telepathic mind, no. It's just silly.
Maybe that region of space, the gravity kind of pulled the oxygen a little closer so that outside of the atmosphere you still have this bubble.
I know where you live.
I'm trying.
No, don't be that guy. You're being that guy.
No. If I were that guy, I have to talk like this a little bit, cause there may be the oxygen of the sort of thing. Oh, and I'd have to show. Oh, and I'd have to wear my new thing, my cool new thing. Hold on, gotta put on my cool new thing. So, I have this interview, right, for the for my new job, and so usually in an interview you have to dress up, right? You've got to look presentable. There's a derpy doo bow tie. or a ditsy-do bow tie. That I didn't wear this. I swear to God, I didn't wear this, but it was really tempting. My so I kind of just start with talking to everybody. Was this on? Talking at some of the quizzes, like this.
Oh, Justin.
Hey everybody! So welcome to the first annual um, Seattle Star Trek convention. Glad to have everybody out here. There's a few rules that I want to go over real quick. Klingons and Romulans, no food fighting in the cafeteria area. That includes you, Stan. I'm looking at you. Don't you? So everybody have a great time and just go forth and prosper. Yes, sure it's
You say that, I'm about to go to Dragon Con in 2 weeks.
go forth and live long and prosper.
Worst nerd ever.
Worst nerd ever. It's a cute little derpadoo bow tie that we got at Hot Topic.
That's from Hot. Wait. That's from Hot Topic.
That's from Hot Topic.
Wait, no.
You can tell because it's stupid elastic. Now
what happened?
No, what I want is this somebody to make me an actual bow tie. I would totally wear a bow tie, but it's got to be long because it got a thick neck.
No. Why is there pony stuff in the Hot Topic?
Oh, there's pony stuff. There's Doctor Who stuff. It's, yeah. Hot Topic has gone downhill.
What happened? We used to call it the Not Gothic.
And it totally is now not Gothic.
No, what happened?
I don't know. Well, they've actually got new goth stuff in. They've actually got some pretty cool, but they're now selling skinny jeans. They've got a whole line, and they're like skinny, super skinny, and uber super skinny. I mean, that last one I kind of made up, but it does say like super skinny. What did it?
We can just burn them all down now. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
It's such a disappointment.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't have any more Nintendo stuff there except for some of the cheesy T-shirts. Yeah, it's a disappointment.
Oh man, I was back there, when they were playing stuff by Sisters of Mercy and Peter Murphy and.
Oh yeah, we went in there the other day and they were playing. Well, the other day they were playing actually some pretty good music. I can't remember what it was. I have it on my phone. But like last year, I went to the one up in Denver, and they were playing New Kids on the Block. I'm not kidding. And then I think afterwards was like One Dimension or whatever the frack that new boy band is called.
What?
Yeah.
What?
we walked in, we heard what they were playing, we're like, it'll change. And they changed to the One Dimension, and Jen and I just kind of looked at each other and we walked right on out. We were like, we're not even staying here.
You're making me long for the days when Hot Topic catered to pretentious twits.
Yes. Yeah.
That's bad.
That is New Direction. Yeah, there you go. New Direction. It's One Erection. There you go. They were playing One Erection. Because that's all they had in that store. It was just one erection. Amongst everybody there, it was just One Erection. And they had to share it. Wow, that got weird real quick. I'm sorry. Dodger, shame on you. You shouldn't be saying things like that. But yeah, it's more Tokyo pop culture pop. I don't know. They have a lot of Doctor Who stuff. They have a lot of pony stuff. They've got some goth and...
It doesn't belong there. It doesn't belong there.
It really doesn't, but...
Duffy, you're out of your element.
The teeny boppers like it. and that's where I got the bow tie. But yeah, so I would totally learn how to tie a bow tie if they actually made this as a regular bow tie. Because it's derpy! Come on. Or ditzy. Ditzy or derpy. I apologize if somebody gets offended by the derpy, but...
you know what it was, don't you?
No, what?
You know what started it? Zim.
Oh, yeah!
That was and we were cool with Zim. We were all like, oh, it's Invader Zim. They don't have that stuff. It's awesome. There's GERD. It's great. But that was the door. That was the foot in the door.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got ponies and Doctor Who and just all, no.
Yeah. And they still have that stuff. They still have Zim stuff.
It's not right, though. Burn it down. Burn it down. Burn it down. Make it die.
Sorry. Yeah. It's pretty pathetic. But, you know, the one in Chapel Hills Mall, some of you Colorado Springs people will know, is actually really good. The one in Citadel Mall is a little...
You have a Citadel Mall, too?
Yeah.
We have a Citadel Mall.
Yeah, it's actually the one of the oldest malls that we've got. So I'm like 3 blocks away, for those of you stalkers out there. But I won't say in what direction. But yeah, I'm literally like 3 blocks away from it. And heck, my mom used to work at the Madian F there. I think Nash is probably the only person here who will remember Madian F. I don't know.
Stop making me feel old, damn it.
Yeah, well, and that's why I'm not really cutting my hair yet, but I gotta get a haircut. I'm starting to look like James from Team Rocket. Just need to dye it blue or something.
I'm not cutting my hair. That's not happening.
In the spring, 3 blocks away from Monca. Yeah, you would. It would be different for you. I remember there was one time you had your hair back in a ponytail, but it was just so to give a little bit of flump to the back, so it looked like you actually cut your hair. I think I remember it was just
You obviously you don't watch my videos. That's what I have to do when I do my Space Guy bit.
Oh yeah, no, I know you're Space Guy, but there was something you had a. I don't know. It looked like you cut your hair, and I was thinking for a long time that you had done, but no. You turned, and I was like, oh, he's just got it in ponytail. And I'm medically cleared to wrestle again. Yay! Miss Not Young can wrestle again. Oh, that's probably why you were out for so long. What had happened, Miss Not Young? Yes, and congrats on the medical clearance. Wow. With long hair reminds you of emo dad. Yeah, I get that, actually. That and an emo Ricky Schroeder. With my hair.
No one remembers Ricky Schroeder. No one remembers Ricky. No one knows.
Rick, have you seen pictures?
Rick Schroeder now.
He's Rick Schroeder now, but man, he's a handsome dude.
He's getting like he's the age now that Harrison Ford was when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah.
That's uncomfortable.
Yes. Because you remember him on Silver Spoons and shit, right?
Yeah, we were the same age. People would always say, "Oh, you look like Rich Schroeder from Silver Spoons." I'm like, "Well, cool. I look like somebody important." And then they'd pick on me. Yeah.
Because people suck.
Yeah. Wow.
You need to see because I've got a set now, and I've got my production values jumped up again, and yeah, I've been working my ass off.
wow, to have your jump production value jump up again, you must have been doing something really hefty because it was already some of the best on the site.
Well, you look and see, and it's yeah.
Yeah, so everybody, after this, go out and in 45 minutes, go out and check out Nash's new video if you haven't already, and if you have, check it out again.
Although I don't know what the hell I'm going to do when I have to do one of my scripted "What the fuck is wrong with you" again, because now I've got to figure out what to do with this set. Dude, it's 8 feet fucking tall and 8 feet wide. And I don't know how to move it the fuck around.
Do you have those little things that you can put underneath an item and to move it easily?
No, because it's about 1 inch thick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the yeah. Did you see the pictures of when we were working on it?
Yes, I saw the pictures when you were working on it.
Yeah, it's just like hard styrofoam, but still, it's awkward. We had to put it on a PVC pipe frame to keep it together.
Is there something you can put over it to kind of like? I mean, because it's a wall, right?
Yeah.
Can
maybe,
you?
I'll try and come up with something, maybe.
Because I've got, I just did a new thing for my green screen since I'm doing green screens every once in a while now. I just kind of put it up. You could put green over it and make it into a new background every time, and then.
Yeah, but for what I do, that would the processing power that would require.
For green screen?
The way I set it up, yeah. Otherwise, I'd have to set up the lighting a specific way, and it would just be.
Okay.
Because I'd have to compensate for it.
Yeah. Well, now I've got I've brought in some new lights myself. I'm using them for the Famicom and Rider, but I thought since they're just sort of sitting there until I start filming the main parts, I might as well use them. And dude, for those of you who do video production, you have no idea how much lighting doubles your good lighting doubles your production value. It really does.
I've got good lighting. I just need lighting that won't melt me. I need to invest in some LEDs because these things are so hot.
Well, the ones I'm using here. Let me take you up and walk you around. The ones I'm using cost me $100 off of. Cost me $100 and some change off of Amazon, and they are actually. And they don't get hot. That's the thing. They don't get too hot. It's actually, they don't get too bright, but I mean, because they're this type of light. But
the LEDs?
Yeah, no, not LEDs. They are, and I just wrapped them around. What are these? The brain's not working.
Halogen? No, fluorescent.
Fluorescent, yeah, fluorescent. Yeah. And those, I mean. You can, and they've got 5 settings. Since there's 5 of them, they've got 5 settings on the back here. So you've got like the first, second, third, fourth, and then fifth. And you can turn off any series of them that you want. So if you only want the side 2, you can do that. If you just want the middle. If you need a screen, it actually comes with 2 different types of screens. It's got this kind of one that's very light, but it still lets light through the sides of it.
Yeah.
And then there's one that actually covers the whole thing. And
I need. Right now, I'm using a pair of freaking work lights with duct tape to keep them from falling.
Dude, $150 on Amazon, and you get 3 of those lamps. 3 of them for $150, and they're amazing. They're so good. And you get all the lights that come in them and everything.
Oh, my next in-between video, though, I actually got a cheap $150 Squier Telecaster, and I'm going to show people how to upgrade a cheap guitar into a really, really expensive one for very, very little money.
You had talked about that, and I think that's a great idea. That's a fantastic idea. Now, what
The
parts?
point is, I want to get a guitar that sounds like $1,000 or better guitar for under $300.
And you can find the parts for that fairly quickly, fairly
Oh, yeah,
easily.
they're already on order. They're already on the way.
Ooh.
I've got the Telecaster, and the parts are on the rest of the. Well, the reason they're taking so long is they're from a guy who hand winds the pickups himself.
Mm-hmm.
So they're made to order, but they're so cheap. Even these are not mass produced. They're made to order, handmade, really amazing sounding pickups. But they don't. I mean, they're like $50 each, which is, yeah.
Wow.
Pickups normally really good. $50 each is like middling pickups. So for that price to get like real high end ones,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Well, now here's the question: Will your video kind of promote certain sites that do this? Like, will it promote this guy, or will you be saying you can do other places or stuff?
I'll probably mention him, and yeah, I'll show what you can do. Cause I'm just using the Fender ones because they're the easiest to work on. Other people want to use Gibson. Other people want to use different guitars. But I'm going to mention other sites you can get pickups from. It's just this is what I'm recommending if we want to go keep your budget under a certain level.
Under a certain level.
Yeah.
Well, that's very cool. Well, I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see this, and you seem very excited for it as well.
And I already know how I'm going to make it funny and entertaining.
Oh, it's not just going to be an informative. You're going to put some jokes.
No, not just it's probably going to be more than one, at least 2 videos. One to show people what they'll need to get to buy, and then one showing people how to actually put it together.
Very cool. Now, I've always wondered this: does cutting into like your guitar or something, does that change the resonance? Does that change how it'll sound? Having
Yes.
a big hole in the back.
If you actually start rerouting the guitar, if you put holes into it, yes, it will. But for the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing, all you need is a screwdriver.
To take out the piece that they put the hole that they put the electronics in originally. Yep. Okay.
That's it. You need a Phillips head screwdriver to take it apart. And I'm using a Telecaster because I wanted a Telecaster, so this is going to be for me. But I'm going to recommend people get a Strat because that literally is the easiest one to work on. Because all of the electronics are on that pick guard, that plastic pick guard. Mm-hmm. They're all on it. They're all mounted there. All you have to do is take out the screws, pull it out, and there's all the electronics right there. You don't have to do anything in the guitar. It's all on that plastic piece.
Like the ones that you showed me when we went up to Denver and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Telecaster is sort of like that. It's just the Telecaster's was before the Stratocaster, so they hadn't done it then. But it's still relatively simple compared to ones like Gibson, which Gibson the guitars are all one piece. So trying to get the pickups out of it, there's like thread through the back, and there's a panel on the back, there's a panel in the front. Yeah, it's kind of you have to thread wires through holes, and it's kind of a nightmare.
Okay. No.
So if you're just getting started, that's probably not what you want to do.
Now, for the people just joining us, and what makes the sound of a guitar different? I mean, how can you improve a sound like that? I mean,
well, it all depends on what kind of sound you want. With electric guitars, the type of wood you use for the body matters, and I'm going to go into that because there's cheap, but there's also too cheap.
Mm-hmm.
What's considered a standard body wood for guitar, at least for Fenders, is alder. That's a standard body wood. Poplar is on the low end. Ash is another one that's good. Gibson uses maple. There's also mahogany, but it's heavy as hell. But the difference in the woods, each of them has their own kind of resonance and tone, and that does affect the sound you get out of it. Alder sounds different than Ash. Ash is kind of a bit more of a brighter kind of sound. Alder's a little bit more warmer, a little bit better on the middle end. Also, the kind of material that's on the fretboard. A lot of people use rosewood, which is kind of a warm, round sound to it. But if you want a brighter kind of countryer twang to it, or just something, a sharper, more biting sound, like Clapton on Layla.
Okay.
A maple fretboard, because that's a brighter. Or ebony is actually another brighter wood. It's just harder to get. But yeah, when you pick, I'm going to tell people how to pick their guitar, what they want to get. That's why I recommend the Fenders, because for the start, this is what's going to be people's starter guitar. Good guitar for low money to get started with. And that's why I'd recommend a Fender, because it's so easy to fix yourself, and it comes in. The Squires are so well. See, there are two kinds. I think I told you a little bit.
Yeah, you told me about the Squires. Yeah, in fact, we saw a Squire, didn't we?
Yeah. There's Squires and there's Fenders. Squires is Fender's student brand, and the big difference is they're made in China and Korea. That doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. The Telecaster I just picked up is a Chinese Telecaster, but it sounds really well. The electronics don't sound good, but the guitar itself sounds good. The neck is really fast, really nice finish on it. It's got a nice weight to it. It's got a nice resonance to it. It's crafted well, and the good thing about getting from Squire is, it's a Fender company. They will back up their instruments. If you get a bad one, they will service it.
And then and then the actual one, you said there were two of them, the Squire and then the
actual Fenders. Those are made in America and Mexico. The standards are made. There are two types. There's the Fender Standard. Those are made in Mexico. There's the American Standard that's made in America, and American Deluxe is made in America. And the Americans tend to be more expensive, which doesn't make any damn sense to me. They're more expensive to get an American Fender, but honestly, and if you want like a really specific kind of thing, especially the custom shop ones, then yeah. But I've got the Telecaster I picked up. It's your standard butterscotch blonde, 50s-ish type Telecaster, and it's perfectly good guitar. I like it.
Well, and it'll sound a whole lot better after the show too.
Yeah, the big thing about it is the pickups, which are the microphones in the guitar that allow the electric guitar to make sound. And the ones that come with it from China are it's funny. The wood and the assembly is all wonderful, but the electronics are crap. And that's what you have to replace.
Okay. Interesting. Well, it'll be interesting to see what this show will be.
Yeah, I should be able to. I think there's a basic soldering screwdriver little kit you can get from Radio Shack for under $25. That's got all the parts you need to replace the pickups. Yeah, it shouldn't. I've tried to figure out what the overall cost would be. I've tried to keep it down as low as possible. I'd like little stuff like, if you don't have a guitar tuner, use your smartphone, because most smartphones have guitar tuner apps you can download.
Really? No. Wait, didn't you show me one? Yeah.
Most smartphones, you can get a guitar tuner app, and you won't have to get it. Now, you might want to eventually, but you don't need to buy one, which that you've saved yourself like anywhere from $20 up from right there. You will need an amplifier eventually, but to start with, they make little amplifiers, little tiny transistor ones that you can just plug straight into the jack, and they're headphone amplifiers. So you just plug them into your guitar jack. They're like about the size of, a cassette tape. You plug them into your guitar jack, and there you go. You have an amplifier to practice with. Or you can hook up your guitar to your computer if you get the right adapter. so you can wait to get an amplifier till later and save yourself some money while you're learning.
Yeah. Well, and you're not really going to be doing a concert when you're just learning, so
No.
you don't really need a highfalutin
What you do when
amp.
you let me hang on 1 second. I'll demonstrate exactly what it sounds like when you're learning the guitar. Hold on. I think you're back. You're back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, I was explaining to people. This is what it sounds like when you're learning guitar.
There we go.
For hours and hours until you get those first. But what made it easier is learn D, A, and G chords, because there are a whole lot of songs you can play with D, A, and G, which will give you impetus to learn to play a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives you something to do. And when you actually learn a song or two, you can play that's simple enough. And I'm not very good. All I know are open chords.
Well, you're good. I mean,
yeah, but I can just do the rhythm stuff, which is not. I can't do lead at all.
oh,
So I can play enough to support myself when I'm singing, but that's about it. Yeah, this is the Telecaster I'm playing right now. It's got a really bright sound to it. The
Yeah.
Telecaster, I don't know, early Johnny Cash.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the his guitarist, his lead guitarist used Telecaster exclusively for a long time. Someone's mentioning they have smaller hands. I'm going to talk about that too, because there is an actual Fender guitar it's the Fender Mustang, and Squier makes a version of it. It will cost you a little bit more, but it is a smaller radius neck that is made for smaller hands.
Speaking of Johnny Cash, I just sent you a link.
Is that the one about being high in bush eating cake?
Yeah.
Yeah, you may be high, but you'll never be Johnny Cash eating cake in a bush high. I love that picture. Oh, that man. But yeah, if you have small hands and you want to learn to play guitar and you're having trouble with it, especially, and with women too, I know your hands are not as big as our giant, huge claw things. The Fender Mustang. If you know Liz Fair, she plays the Fender Mustang exclusive. That's her signature guitar.
I like Liz Fair.
She plays that for. That's what she uses, because it's got a smaller radius. So.
And Dodger says she learned her Les Paul just fine.
It depends on which kind you get. So, and even from Fender to Fender, the radius of the neck changes from decade to decade. Then you get a vintage one, so they make it the old way, or you get a new one. There's a C radius, there's a D radius, there's a V radius. It's
wow.
Yeah.
Halo Sage, yes, it is an interesting picture.
Johnny fucking Cash, man. Johnny Cash was wonderful. He was wonderful. He was insane. I loved him. He was. Mind you, he had some drug problems, and it was not good for him, but he was awesome.
A few drug problems. Actually, one of my, I got the, what's the one? My brain's not working. The one where he had Hurt on there. By Nine Inch Nails.
American Sessions?
Yeah, American Sessions.
Yeah.
I had that for a long time, and I feel bad that I loaned it to a friend and he never gave it back. But holy smoke, he made that song his.
His cover of Rusty Cage. I love that cover of Rusty Cage.
Yup. This is what we do on the show. We talk about everything and anything. We don't stay to one topic at any one
It's
time.
Johnny Cash. He was
Johnny Cash.
awesome. But yeah, I'll be working on the guitar video soon.
Cool. That'll be good.
I love. I actually bought the exact same guitar for Con Bravo. I purchased one in Canada, and I got everybody at Con Bravo to sign it, and I put it in the auction.
Mm-hmm.
Except that the funny thing was the guitar cost me $200 to put. But I donated. It's a write off for me. It's a tax write off.
Yeah.
Sold for $170. I could have just given them the cash. I could have given them the $200, and they would have made.
They could have made more.
Yes, I know. That made me so sad. I'm like, what?
Aww. Who are you listening to right now? I mean, what? I know that you're like me. You have a very eclectic taste, and it goes all over the board. Who are you listening to right now that you're really enjoying?
That the 1975. I like them. I found those. Those were requested Monday. Song called Chocolate. The band's called the 1975.
Mm-hmm.
Also Baron Bane. That's another one I got requested on Monday, and I like them. Let's see who else got requested. Yeah, that was the new stuff that popped up.
Very cool. What am I? Where's my? Great, I'm losing everything right now. I can't even find my cell phone now.
Sometimes I get requests on RDA that it's like, yeah, this is going to be one of those I heard it here first songs.
Yeah.
Macklemore was one of those. What he did, Thrift Store.
Mm-hmm.
That was on RDA months before it hit the radios. CeeLo Green with "Fuck You," that was on RDA months before. This one feels like one of those that's going to be like that.
Cool, and it's nice to know that new bands are starting to get out. Gosh, what was it? Lead singer for Foo Fighters. What's his face?
Dave Grohl.
Yeah, my brain's not working right now. Anyways, he had this whole thing that in an interview that he said, he's like, look, you don't need to go on to a show to have these people who haven't sung or played an instrument in their lives to tell you yes or no, you suck, or you're going to be popular. Just play in clubs. If people hear good music, they'll search you out, and it's it's kind of like that, like JPGR 94 says, Steam Powered Giraffe. They're super popular, and they don't get played on pop stations, and they don't get
played on my show.
They get played on your show, but they don't get played on pop stations, radio, and they don't really get played on TV, where they have to prove themselves.
There was a vacuum when like 120 Minutes went off the air. When they stopped, and Headbangers Ball went away, and even TV raps. There's a big vacuum there because that's where you found the new stuff.
And it's a shame. It really is a shame. That things like Headbangers Ball and stuff are,
Well, that's why my show exists. Because they went away, and I'm like, okay, mine now. It's mine now. I keep it. I think mine's a little bit more just say Julie, but
yeah,
still.
And Psycho Max, I actually really like Anamanaguchi. Gosh, I've been getting more into some chip tunes myself. I'm not really into it, but and I tell this story all the time. Listen to your college radio station sometimes, because they'll play obscure stuff from albums that people mostly just play the first and the third songs. They'll play like the fifth, the seventh song that are just kind of out there and obscure, and it's still good music. There was on my college radio station, there was this guy who, because they have a radio and communications thing, and so the students actually go on and play their own, whatever music that they're told to. But if they stay in the program for a long time, they'll be able to do like an hour, 2 hour show. And one of these guys years ago did this radio program of metal. I mean, it was just more. It wasn't even like Metallica metal. It was like screamo metal. It was heavier than heavy metal. It was really almost thrash. Lots of screamo in there, and he says at the very beginning, look, if you don't like this type of music, turn the station right now. But if you want to kind of open your mind to brand new music, then stay on and take a listen to a couple of songs. And so I was like, that's a kind of that's a cool intro. I'll start that. And he played obscure stuff that's obscure even in the metal communities. I mean, he didn't play things like Amen Arad or anything like that. He played underground bands that had melody and that had beautiful harmonics and just this.
So we're not talking about Guar then.
No, we're not talking about Guar.
Damn.
This is like, gosh, I can't even remember some of the songs, some of the groups that. Purple Nightmare or something. It was, Purple Organic Nightmare. I can't even remember what they were, but it was. The screamo almost had a tune to it. I was like, what? What are they playing here? And the people are not only fast, but they're playing good music. It was my favorite show. I listened to like two or three shows before he graduated or stopped the thing. 89.7 represent. There you go, Martian buddy. I promise I will never do that again. I can't promise that. But it was a lot of fun, It was several years ago. I want to say it was almost like 3 or 4 years ago. Martian, if you actually know, please let that guy know that I loved that show. Because that was some good music. Oh, he's working there in the fall. Yeah, so listen to your college radio station. It's I think your show was actually where I first learned about Tegan and Sarah.
Yes. And now, yeah, that was a few. Now they've got they've hit mainstream, but I've been playing it for years.
Yeah. And they're still good.
Yeah.
I still like that song Closer.
Yeah, they're doing a new sound, but that's what you have to do. You have to evolve.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't sound like they used to. Listen to Queen's first 6 albums.
Listen to Yes's for several albums.
They sound different. You go from like Queen 2 to Hot Space and see how things sound. Shit changes.
Gosh, even from album to album. Gosh, if you listen to old Smashing Pumpkins, you get Gish was their first one, but then you get to Ada Amor, and it's completely different. And then Machinima, or not Machinima, but brain's not working. Smashing Pumpkins. Siamese Dream, yeah, when you get into even Siamese Dream was different than. Gosh, okay, yeah, no, Machina. What am I saying? Machina 2 is my favorite Smashing Pumpkins album. If you want to listen to them at their heyday, at what I think their perfect hit was Machina 2. It was released, they made 100 releases, and they were only on album. And they gave them to people and just said, look, rip these albums and put them up for free. So you can find Machina 2 for free. Don't ever pay for Machina 2. And it's my favorite album of theirs of all time. It's just amazing music. And who else did I listen to in the from you for. Oh, and if you guys are looking for new music, Sigur Rós is amazing and awesome. For some reason,
Caravan Palace. That's the other one.
where is it?
Caravan Palace.
Caravan Palace.
Yes, search for Caravan Palace Rocket for me. These guys not only do they rock hard, but their live show is incredible. And there's a live version of this song on YouTube, and it's just amazing.
Yeah. Wow. 2 seconds of machines too. Yeah. Gosh, what? Let me see. For those of you who are asking about favorite songs, "Slow Dawn" on Machina 2 is one of my favorites. "Saturnine," "Speed Kills." God, "Speed Kills" is an awesome song by Smashing Pumpkins, They Might Be Giants, and Proto Men are my 3 favorite bands. They just really are. I cannot get enough of Proto Men. They're coming back in August, in I think a week or two, and me not having any money to go to a concert is just killing me because them and Emily Autumn are 2 of the best concerts that I've ever been to. And they just rock the house. They rock the house. They are rocking good music.
I'm trying to think if I actually have any, aside from Richard Thompson, I don't really have any favorites. There's just too many I like.
Yeah.
I have a favorite song, but there's just too much stuff to nail down. I'm listening to music all the time.
I'm a big Steely Dan fan, actually. I know a lot of people don't, but I grew up in the 70s, and so Aja is one of my favorite albums of all time. God, I can listen to Aja all the time.
What was it? The Wayne's World said, "Frampton Comes Alive." You got officially issued a copy when you moved into the suburb.
Little Wayne's World reference there, but that's always. And it's a good one. Sufjan Stevens, Illinois. It's really good. If you guys want to hear, go listen to Sufjan Stevens, Chicago.
Peter Cetera is the devil. I'm the man. That is not the sound of a human being. That is the sound of something ripping its way into this world, longing to be born. It's true.
Oh, and Talking Heads. Guys, listen to things like Little Creatures and more songs about buildings and food.
David Byrne is amazing. Yeah. Still amazing all these years later.
And it's eclectic. It's different. And talk about a man who changes. Avant-garde music is something that's really tough to get into. Laurie Anderson, I can listen to almost every single thing that she's ever written because I just love Laurie Anderson. But I didn't used to like her a lot. But check out Laurie Anderson.
Kate Bush too.
Yeah, Big Science by Laurie Anderson is just, oh God, I love that whole album. Kate Bush. Gosh, what else?
Early REM, obviously.
Yeah. Early REM, early B-52s.
Yeah, weirdly, yeah. They got stranger as time went by, but...
Well, they became more pop. They were doing just some weird rhythm. Taking songs and just doing weird things. Oh, before Love Shack Shinigami. I'm talking like 3 albums before Love Shack. They're 1977 stuff. Stuff they did in the 70s. Yes, they've been around that long.
Yeah. Peter Gabriel, yes, he is. He is, yes.
Yes, Peter Gabriel. And if you listen to Genesis, when Peter
Sure.
Gabriel was in Genesis, completely different stuff. And
Yep.
great.
Did not suck.
Yes.
And they sucked.
Very, very, very early Rush. I mean, gosh, 2112. Holy crap. You want to hear experimental stuff, just listen to 2112. Holy. Yeah,
Well,
night and day.
stuff like Dead Milkmen, which is just amazingly fun.
I love Dead Milkmen. I've got all their stuff.
I like you, Stuart. You're not like other people here. The trailer park.
Keep your hands in. But he was a daredevil.
Yeah, that song was. It's not even a song. It's just this weird monologue, but it's amazing. That's the kind of shit they did.
Yeah.
Or Bitchin' Camaro, which is one of the most non-PC songs. Holy God. If you hear the full version of Bitchin' Camaro.
Taking retards to the zoo.
Yeah, they were very not PC.
Very
not PC.
Oh, Frank Zappa. Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh God, damn Zappa. He was insane.
And good music.
Yeah,
I mean,
but out of his goddamn mind.
the whole thing. What did she say that his daughter said that he woke her up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to record. Oh, what was that song that she was on? Fuck, help me out here. Valley Girl.
Yeah, Valley Girl. Yeah, I remember that one.
She was sleeping and he wasn't, and so he just ran up and the thing was, he had a very strict adherence to not doing drugs. Nobody in his band could do drugs or else they were out. It wasn't even a question. So all that weird stuff was natural.
Yeah. This is a man who named his children Dweezil, Moon Unit, and Motorhead. I killed my daddy, he named me Motorhead.
But then again, it was the 70s. I had two friends in elementary school who were named One Free and Fire Genie.
Fire
Genie. And One Free. ONE-FREE. That was his name. One Free, and her name was Fire Genie. They were twins.
I just met somebody whose name is Rye. Her parents named her after Rye Cooter.
Really?
She's wonderful. I love her. She's awesome. But yeah, her parents named her after Rye Cooter.
Wow.
Yeah, let's not forget Iggy Pop. Fucking Iggy Pop, yes.
Yeah. Very interesting stuff. Velvet Underground.
Have you ever heard Henry Rollins talking about his ongoing rivalry with Iggy Pop?
No.
That you should find that monologue on YouTube sometime. Just look up Henry Rollins and Iggy Pop, and there's the whole monologue, and it's the funniest. I'm just dying because apparently this man who's nearly twice his age just destroyed him so many times. It's awesome.
I love Henry Rollins. Black Flag was just, that was some, intro music for me. That was intro into metal for me. Because I didn't usually like heavier stuff, and they really got me into that.
Well, they weren't metal so much as they were hardcore punk. They were the hardcore wave.
Velvet Underground was great until Warhol showed up. I thought Warhol started Velvet Underground. I thought that was his thing.
I think Lou started it.
Oh, wow.
Lou Reed. Lou started it.
And speaking of Lou Reed, we go all the way back to Laurie Anderson because they're a couple, They're,
yeah.
I think they're an unmarried couple, but yeah, so they work on some things together. Born in 1976. And I still, Miss Now Young, I still listen to Judy Collins. I've got a soft spot for Judy Collins.
I turned 37 in October. I'm sad.
Well, so you know Judy Collins?
Not really.
Not really. You
No.
were more early '80s, more.
Actually, I didn't start listening to rock and roll until I hit modern until I hit like middle school.
Oh,
What I was not allowed to. I was up until then. I got to listen to country, and I got to listen to '50s rock and roll. I was allowed to listen to stuff like Buddy Holly and Motown. I loved Motown. Motown was a big one when I was growing up.
wow.
But yeah, that and stuff like Randy Travis and Eddie Rabbitt and the Judds.
Classic rock and classic rock and western. We have two kinds of music: country and western.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, Juice Newton, for fuck's sake.
Juice. Oh my God. Yes.
I can play that song. That's the only song you ever remember she does, but I can fucking play that. It's simple as hell.
lots of early Paul McCartney and the Wings. Then probably a lot of Chicago. Then. Let's see. I got a soft spot for Chicago too. Chicago, Boston. It's weird that so many places were actually named after places. Bands were named after places.
Yeah. So it's just easy. It's like ADG. It's like I said. That's the chords you want to learn when you're starting because there's so many fucking songs. ADG.
Yeah. Well, and that one thing by the Axis of Awesome.
That was stolen from Rob Pavlovian.
Was
he did it first, and Axis of Awesome stole it from him. They stole the joke. But yes, I know what you're talking about.
I'd like to see the original, actually.
A, F sharp, B minus, F sharp, yeah. Yeah, he's on the intertubes.
Okay, I'll have to look for that. Yeah, because that tune that you were just playing was like, wow, you're playing Green Day. Oh no, you're just playing the same chords.
Yeah, same fucking chords.
Who was that comedian who said that he always is disappointed with these bands? They're all tattooed, they got dyed hair. Think, oh, they're gonna come out and rock, and they come out. Hey everybody, when you're dead, they're just.
I think that was Rollins, actually. That might have been Rollins.
It's like, oh God, I just hate the music nowadays.
He's talking about bands in the 90s. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was the 90s.
Didn't he also have that thing where he bashed Metallica for always saying the same thing? Or was that a different comedian? I can't remember.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Metallica. Lars is a dick. I've never forgiven him for that Napster shit.
Oh yeah.
Years ago, I'm not forgiven to fuckers. Lars is a dick.
Yep. Yep.
I have not 13 years. I have not let that shit go.
No one has, says Agers. Well, now Tanuki, he's probably getting some ideas of something that he and I can do together, talking about music or something. When you and I should maybe even talk more about music. I like talking about music. Experiencing new things is something I'm always interested in. especially when the music is actually pretty good.
Well, it'd be a big waste of time if I did a show about music that sucked.
Yeah,
Although I
because
think there is an awful music syndicated show.
oh,
I'm
is
not
there?
kidding. I forget what it is, but there's like a weekly hour-long awful music show. I haven't heard it in years, but yeah.
I always wanted to do there was I don't know if I told you this, but when I was in Tallahassee, I was so lonely. I really started getting into all different types of music, and this was 2000, 2001, and so I was just listening to anything I can get my hands on. And I actually wanted to make a little radio program CD and send it out to my friends and make it kind of like an NPR-ish type of thing.
You mean like Happy Harry Hard-On, except not?
I don't know Happy Harry Heart.
Never seen Pump Up the Volume.
Oh yes, no, okay, yes, no, I completely know what you're talking about. Yes,
There you go.
yeah. And I didn't even have a mic. I just used. I found out that my set of headphones, if you plugged them into the headphone jack,
Became a microphone.
became a microphone.
Because the exact speakers and microphones are kind of technically the same thing.
Yeah.
Just a magnet moving back and forth.
I would totally love to, play music and stuff. Basically do what you do. Just play music, and not necessarily videos, but just...
The Mountain Goat's very first album was recorded on a cassette player.
Really?
Yeah. And it's still, you can still get it. What was it? What's the one? I think it's All Hail East Texas. Is that the one? Let me look. They have a very prolific discography. Yeah, but John Darnielle, his early stuff was let's see, All Hail West Texas. Was All Hail West Texas? Yeah, that was the last one he recorded on a Panasonic RX FT500 boombox.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
It's a great album, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I've started to get into the Mountain Goats too, and that's actually because of you. My buddy Max was into them. He got into it for the song Cotton.
Yeah.
But I was listening to some of the other ones on that album. I was like, this really isn't my thing. But the more that you play it, the more songs I'm going, oh wow, that's really good. Oh wow, that's the Mountain Goats. Oh wow, that's a really great song. Oh, that's the Mountain Goats too. Okay, well I guess we're...
Two albums, All Hail West Texas and Tallahassee. Those are the two quintessential ones to start with.
Okay. Yoko Ono and Runs Away. Actually, and the only thing that I really liked about the Yoko Ono thing was when John Lennon was talking about him meeting her, going... There was a ladder that you climbed up. Everybody knows the story, and you take the magnifying glass, and on the ceiling she had written yes. He says that's where I knew that I loved, was interested in her, because if it had been any other word, I wouldn't have been interested, and it never would have happened. And yeah.
Well, also you have to understand he was smoking all of the drugs.
That's true. That's true.
In fact, in the late '60s, drugs stopped because the Beatles did them all.
Well,
we were out for a while.
Them and Rolling Stones.
Well, no, not the Stones, just Keith Richards.
Just Keith Richards.
If he is ever cremated, that entire town is going to be just fucked up for 3 days.
We'll have to wait until he dies and smoke his ashes. Aw, this was fun, man. This was fun.
Hey.
But it is 1 o'clock, and we are...
It's 3 o'clock.
Well, 1 o'clock my time. 3 o'clock your time.
What kind of black magic is this?
It's the magic of the interwebs. Folks, thanks so much for coming out here And you know, Nash, one of these days you're going to have to learn the Mr. Rogers song, so you can accompany me on the guitar. But it'd probably have to be a lot of picking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. Thanks to Nash, to my friend Nash, for joining me. I'm always glad to have you on this show
Thank you.
and stuff. And
Go watch my video.
go watch his video. And as always, it's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, a feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new, and I'll have more ideas for you. And you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. Please have a wonderful weekend. Have a safe weekend. And we will see you next Friday on Twitch. Next week will be Twitch. So we'll see you. Bye. Take care.